for being here. Sorry about the MTN issues. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to today's conversation, to today's Wednesday parenting conversation. I see you. Thank you for being here. So today our topic is empowering your child by involving them so that they can be able to feel empowered themselves. Empowering your child by involving them. How to raise confident, responsible children in 2026. Empowering your child by involving them. So many of us, we don't allow our children to do some chores. So, but today we are going to be learning how to empower our child by allowing them, by involving them in responsibility. You are welcome here. My name is Ruth Ikhabomeh, and I'm the founder of the Equitable Parents Hub. Welcome here. You are welcome. So, let me start with something uncomfortable. One day your child will grow up, and when they do, they will not remember every gift you bought. They will not remember every sacrifice you made. They will remember one thing. Did I feel capable? Did I feel trusted? Did I feel heard? So, you know, last week's conversation, I was talking about the parent that was complaining that children of nowadays, they are ingrate. We don't remember all the good things that they did for us. We don't remember. Now, this is the time for us to do this work so that we raise children who will be able to, children who feels empowered, not children who, so that we can raise children who feels empowered. So now let's go into continue today's conversation. Today we are talking about empowering your child by involving them, involving your child, because control raises compliance. Many of us, we want compliant children, children that just obey me, obey me, obey me, obey me children. Those are the kind of children that we want to raise. But that's what control does. But involvement raises confidence. And I'm very sure all of us here want to raise confidence children. Our goal is to raise children who can stand up for themselves, children who can thrive wherever, in whatever space they find themselves. Okay? So in this year 2026, we are not raising children who just obey. Children who just obey, children who cannot think. You're just, because you're angry, you're screaming. I said, do it now. I said, just do it. Do it, just do it now. Those are not the kind of children that we want to raise in this year. Okay? We are raising children who can think, children who can lead, children who can decide and stand strong in the world. Children who can stand strong in the world. Those are the kind of children that we are raising. Okay? If you are tired of doing everything yourself, you are complaining that your child is lazy, you are feeling like they don't take responsibility or worrying they lack confidence. Okay? Then stay with me, because empowerment starts at home. Empowerment starts at home. It's not the book. It's not by reading book every time. That's not empowerment. Empowerment starts from the church. Empowerment starts by them taking responsibility. Okay? By you enforcing responsibility in your home. That is where empowerment starts from. It doesn't start by them going to school. It doesn't start by them cleaning, doing something out there. It starts from the house. Charity begins from the house. Okay? Empowerment starts from the house. So why many children lack confidence? Why many children lack confidence? So here's the hard truth. Many children today are not irresponsible. They are under-involved. We don't involve them enough. You have a 3-year-old, you have a 5-year-old in your house, and you are the one doing everything. You even have a 10-year-old, you are still doing everything. You are rushing home to go and cook for them. You are running everywhere. You are the one doing everything. You have a 15-year-old in your house. You are the one doing everything. So and now tomorrow you complain that your child is irresponsible because you never involve them in household chores. You never allow them to take responsibility from the house. So we decide what they wear. We decide what they eat. We decide what they study. We decide who they become. I was telling us of a conversation some time ago. Somebody called somebody and was asking him that what course is his daughter that is going to a higher institution? What course is she going to study? And I was like, and this is someone that is already 18. Why can she not decide for herself? Why does he need to call somebody else that is out of the family to ask what he thinks best for his own child? So that's why tomorrow we say these children are irresponsible. No, they are not irresponsible. We created those children, okay, by not involving them, by under-involving them. We decide about everything about their life. We decide everything down to what they study, down to what they wear, down to everything. We just obey the obedient children. Okay, and then we ask, why don't you think for yourself? How can they think for themselves when you never gave them room to be themselves? So confidence grows through participation. Confidence grows through participation. Confidence, when a child is never invited into decisions, they subconsciously believe my opinion does not matter. Or sometimes because we are already grown up, when our children is trying to object or come into the conversation when we're having conversation, you say, oh, keep quiet, you are just a small child. You don't talk when adults are talking. You stay away when adults are talking. So that way, they don't grow, they don't believe in their voice. They don't believe their voice matters. So, and tomorrow you complain that why can't you think for yourself? Why can't you stand for yourself? Meanwhile, you were the one preventing the child. You tell the child, oh, shut up, these are adults talking. You are still a child. Go inside the house. So when a child is never invited into decisions, they subconsciously believe my opinion does not matter. So when you are always shutting your child up, you are saying, oh, shut up, shut up, shut up. What are you? What do you have to say? You are just a child. Go inside the house. I'm with adults here. So that way you keep raising children who don't feel confident. So thank you all for being here. Please like this video, subscribe, join us in our growth journey. Thank you all for being here. And when opinions don't matter, identity weakens. So that's the only way like I've been saying on this platform, our children's identity, it's our duty for us to build their identities. Our duty for us to be able to decide who these children are. Yes, it is our role. So don't be saying, oh, they will be who they want to be. No, it is on you. Who they will become is on you. So that is why you have to do this work. You have to do the parenting work. Who they become, who your child becomes is on you. So when you shut them up, when your opinion does not matter, their identity weakens. Identity weakens. Okay? So, and that is not what we want to do. Parenting is stewardship. Parenting is raising the child, raising yourself. Parenting is growing yourself as you grow your child. Okay? The difference between control and guidance. The difference between control and guidance. Thank you all for being here. So control says, do it because I said so. Many of us were controlled. That was the kind of parenting. That's why I've been saying you cannot do the parenting that was that word. That word that we were parented does not exist again. Does not exist again. We are living in a new world entirely. So you cannot be saying, oh, that you want to continue, you want to do what was done to you, or you want to just do parenting in autopilot mode. No, you cannot continue parenting that way. Parenting is a learned skill. You have to learn this parenting. If not, your children will struggle. Your children will struggle and you may lose them. Yes, you may lose them. That is why you have to do this parenting intentionally. You have to learn. Parenting is a learned skill. Stop that parenting that you say, oh, our parents did not learn parenting. So why should I learn? Really? Yes, you have to learn parenting. Parenting is a learned skill. Parenting is not something you should do in isolation, in autopilot mode. Parenting is not something you should do as an emergency. Parenting is a learned skill. Parenting is stewardship, taking care of what God has given you, taking care of the child God has placed in your hands. That is parenting, okay? Control says, do it because I said so. So many of us, because our emotions are all over the place, we are always triggered. We tell our children that just do it because I said so. No more reason, just because I said so. Forgetting that these children will grow up. They are growing up. After growing up, will they remember, when they remember that, okay, you were controlling freak, you were controlling parent. Tomorrow you now say, oh, they are ingrates. No, they are not ingrates. They are just recounting their experience. They are just recounting their experiences. They never said they did not appreciate what their parents did for us. We are just saying what we experienced. Okay? So but guidance says, let me teach you how to think. Okay? So because of impatience, we just say, just go leave this place, go inside your house, go inside the room, go and sit down inside the room. Adults are talking, children should not be inclusive in the discussion. But when you should be able to teach your child, parenting is teaching, parenting is discipline. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is not kneeling a child down. Discipline is not knocking a child. Discipline is not slapping a child. Discipline is not flogging a child. Yes, discipline is teaching. Discipline is guidance. So when your child makes a mistake, you should be able to say, oh, let me teach you. Come, let me teach you a better way to do it. That is what parenting is about. That is what parenting is about. Parenting is about molding your child, molding them into who God created them to be. Okay? So control demands silence. Silence. I should be in charge here. And you should feel it. You should know that I am dominating here, and you should feel it. That is what control sounds like. But guidance invites conversation. Let your children be able to talk back. Yes, let them be able to talk back at you. Let them be able to have conversations with you. Let them be able to say no to you. Let them be able to argue with you. So you are building confidence. Stop shutting your child up, because if you shut your child at home, that child will be shut down out there in the world. Okay? Control creates fear of mistakes. Guidance creates courage to try again. Control creates fear of mistakes, but guidance creates courage to try again. Example of just do it this way. You tell your child, just do it this way. But you can try something like, how do you think we should solve this? Instead of saying, just do it this way, you can try something like, okay, how do you think we should do this together? Instead of just commanding and just criticizing every time, you're always commanding, oh, shut up, oh, do this one, just do that one. You're always criticizing, you're commanding every time. So, but you can be inviting, invite them into a conversation. Okay, you are not surrendering authority, you are strengthening competence. You are not surrendering your authority. Okay, by the time you invite them into conversation, that does not mean that, okay, you are not a permissive parent. You are not a permissive parent. You are just strengthening their competence. You are strengthening who they are, strengthening their core, strengthening their identity. That is what you are doing. So feel and learn this parenting so that you can be able to do that. You cannot do this thing if you have not transformed yourself. You cannot do this if you have not done this parenting work. I will say it at anywhere and at any time. I will still repeat this. You cannot do parenting if you have not done the transformation on yourself. You cannot do this. You cannot do this effortlessly. Okay, so parenting is a daily work. So you are not surrendering authority. You are strengthening, and competence builds confidence. When your child feel confident, when they know that they can do things by themselves, they will be confident. That confident children, that confident child you've always dreamed of, you would have them right in your home. Have them right in your home. Okay? So now, powerful ways to empower your child. 6 powerful ways to empower your child. 6 powerful ways to empower your child. The first way you can empower your child is to give age-appropriate choices. Give age-appropriate choices. Let your child be able to make choices. Don't be the one making choices for them, and tomorrow you become overwhelmed. Not even tomorrow. After making all the choice, you be overwhelmed, and then you start screaming. Can't you make decision for yourself? Can't you talk? Can't you do this? Because you've been stepping in all the while. You step in, you don't give them opportunity to stand out, to be to build on their competence. So give age-appropriate choices. So what do you think is the best option? You ask them, what do you think is the best option? This builds decision-making skills. It builds decision-making skills. By the time they can bring in their opinions, they can bring in their suggestion, and then you welcome them, and then you will be able to have conversations around them. They feel empowered. They feel that confidence, that competence, that competent child you are looking for. You have them right in front of you. Okay? Age-appropriate choices builds decision-making skills. So the second way you can empower your child by involving them in family responsibilities. By involving them in family responsibilities. I hope you are here and you are taking notes. Okay? Involve them in family responsibilities. Let them plan meals. Let your children plan meals. Let them help with budgeting. Let them organize tasks. Yes, let them do things around the house. Children who contribute feel valuable. A child who feels valuable is a confident child. A child who feels, oh, that I am valued in this home. I am not walking around eggshells. Feels valuable, and then they'll bring in their best. They'll be cooperative children. They will cooperate easily. Okay, they will cooperate easily. Then the third way is to let them experience natural consequences. Let them experience natural consequences. This is where many of us are quick to bail out. Because your child, something happens, some water spills on the floor, to guide them to clean it, or show them or teach them a better way to do it. You just jump in there, you slap them, you knock them, you say go and kneel down, my friend, you finish, and then at the end of the day you go and clean it yourself. By the time you finish, you'll be overwhelmed. So but when you allow age appropriate, when you allow them experience natural consequences, it's natural consequences, it teaches them. Okay, natural consequence is a way to teach your child. Okay, they learn for themselves. They learn a better way to do it next time. Okay, do not rescue too quickly. Growth happens in discomfort. So many of us will say, my children, my child is bored. I don't want them to be bored. Oh, I don't want your television will be on, oh, from morning to night. So anytime there's light, the television must be on. So long as there's light, that television must be on. That is you are not allowing them to experience natural consequences. Yes, you don't want them to be bored. You don't want the house to be quiet. When there's quiet, they will start misbehaving. Allow your children be creative around the house. Let them think. Okay, stop being an helicopter parent. Allow natural consequences from your children. So do not rescue too quickly. Okay, then another way you can empower your child is to ask for their opinion. Ask for their opinion. Thank you all for being here. I see you. I see you. Like this video, like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for being here. If you are a new subscriber, please subscribe. If you are a new viewer, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you all for being here. So the fourth way for you to empower your child is to ask for their opinion. Yes, as a child I used to like this. I used to like when I used to wish and like it. Yes, where that the opinion of let the child just speak, so that even if the child is making mistakes, they can be corrected. Okay, they can be corrected and know better. So ask for their opinions. What's your idea? What do you think about this? Okay, always ask for their opinion. Don't the child is asking you, oh, mommy, is this one, this one? You just jump in and say, is this one? No, ask them. What do you think? What do you think about it? Okay, that way they'll be able to build that confidence. They'll be able to feel empowered. That empowerment you want, that empowered child you want. Okay, ask for their opinion. It teaches their voice. It teaches them that their voice matters. It teaches their voice matters. It teaches that their voice matters. So always ask for opinions. Not everything that every question you jump and answer for them. You ask for their opinion and ask them their ideas, and then you'll be able to talk about it. Another way is to teach problem solving instead of fixing. Teach problem solving. Okay, when there's a problem, okay, what do you think about this? Okay, what do you think will work? Instead of, oh, you have done this one now. Oh, yeah, you'll be yelling and then nagging and doing all the wrong things. At the end of the day, you will solve the problem. You will not even allow the child to even try. So teach problem solving instead of fixing. What do you think will work? What do you think will work here? Now that this thing has happened, what do you think we can do about it? Okay, this builds leadership. This builds leadership. So teaching problem solving instead of fixing, it builds leadership. They'll be able to lead themselves, and that's our goal, to be able to raise children who lead themselves, not children who are always waiting to be controlled. Not children that you are always trying to control. You are trying to every time. I've told you of the parents. There was a child that was in my house. So he was around. So the mother was like, we were going. The boy was a grown-up boy. Mother said, control him, oh, control him. I was like, control. That way, our children will be able to lead themselves. It's not you'll be controlling them like cows or like animals. They can control themselves. They will be able to lead themselves because you have been doing all this. You have been empowering them from the house. You have been giving them. You have been empowering their voice, empowering them from the home. Okay. Another thing you can do to empower your child is to apologize when you are wrong. Is to apologize when you are wrong. Many of us find it difficult to tell our children sorry. Oh, we feel that, and how can I tell a child sorry? My parents never told me sorry, so how will I tell them sorry? So that they will not be thinking that I don't know anything. No, don't ever think that way. Okay, your children are human beings, they are like you. Then you teach them, when you apologize to them, you are leading them, you are teaching them leadership. Okay, so model humility, empower children, see growth in action. So when you apologize to them, you've modeled humility to them. They will not the kind of children that will not grow up. They will not say, tell him thank you. And I say, I'm a man. I cannot say thank you. I cannot say thank you to a woman. I'm a man. So that way they don't learn anything. But when you apologize to your children when you are wrong, they learn humility, and then they can pay it forward. They can be humble in the future. Not that so they will go out there and say, I'm a man. How can a man be telling a woman thank you? Or how can a man be telling a woman sorry? So all those mindsets. Okay, so we can model them from the home. We can start teaching from the home. Another thing that is why empowerment builds emotional security. Why does empowerment build emotional security? You see, this parenting is the foundation of parenting is on emotional intelligence. Yes, it's not on IQ, it's not on emotional intelligence, is where you build from. Connecting with your child, connection, that is the foundation of parenting. That is the foundation of parenting. That is where you build from. You build from emotional security. You build from an emotionally secured child. Okay? Emotionally secure children don't crumble under peer pressure. An emotionally secure child knows who they are sure of who they are not easily influenced. They are not impressionable. They are not impressionable people at all, because they know who they are, they know where they are from, and they know where they are going to. Okay? So that is what emotional security does for your children. So empower your children by building this. Okay? Emotionally secure children don't need constant approval. They're not constantly dancing like monkeys, waiting for validation. No, they know who they are. They don't need your approval to do what they are doing or to be who they are. Okay? Emotionally secure children don't fear making mistakes. They know that they learn from mistakes. Okay? So that is the foundation of parenting. That is the foundation of who you are as a human being. Emotional security. So build on this. Build on emotional security. Okay? So because I know I can handle life. Emotionally empowered child knows I can handle life. And that belief starts with involvement. Starts with, okay, the errands that they are running in the house, the chores that they do in the house. Not the, oh, shut up, you are a small child. You don't talk when adults are talking. Go inside the house. No, you don't do that. Okay, your children are going to grow up. They are going to grow up. And when they grow up, would they feel they were empowered, you empowered them, or they'll feel that they were struggling. They struggled when they were children, or they would remember that they had an empowered childhood. They had a phase where they feel very empowered because they know I can handle life, and that belief starts with involvement. When a child participates, they develop self-trust. When a child participates, they develop self-trust. When we allow our children participate, they believe in themselves. That is about their identity. But when your children don't believe in themselves, they are quick to be erratic, copy people, copy friends, peer pressure, just follow, just be following their peers. Okay? But when you build on this emotional security, your child develop self-trust, emotional strength. Emotional strength to be on their path. Emotional strength to stay on their path, to focus on their path and be who they are supposed to be. So that is what emotional security does for your child. It builds internal discipline. So many of us, we the obey me parents. We just want our children to just comply. Let them just comply. Let them just obey on the surface. They should just obey you, and that's external discipline. We just want let them just if they like let them just learn. That's their business. I will not be with them tomorrow. Really, that's your blood they are talking about. That's your own child they are talking about. So stop being half-assed. Stop being careless. Stop doing autopilot parenting. Do parenting well. Okay, do parenting well. Let your child be able to build internal discipline. How can they build internal discipline? Is when you allow them lead themselves. When you allow them, give them space. Not every time you are always screaming, you are always yelling, you are knocking, you are kneeling them down. They are punishing them. If they talk, anybody that talks, you tell them that it's discipline. I am the Ndaboski parent. The people have to know that you are on your street. They know that the alpha and the omega is around. So you'll be screaming, you'll be yelling because you are correcting your child. Or you carry cane and be flogging your child because you are disciplined. That's not discipline. That is not discipline. Discipline is leadership. Discipline is ability to lead yourself. That is what discipline is about. It's about internal discipline. So, but many of us, we don't do the internal discipline. What we just care about is the external discipline. Let them just obey me. Just do it now. Just do it now. Do it now and let everybody just. That is not discipline. Okay? That is not discipline. You are just doing external control. External control. So leadership capacity will be built when you build on their emotional security. You build on leadership capacity. So you're not just raising a child, you are raising a future adult. You are not just raising a child, you are raising a future adult. So all this thinking your child will remain a child forever, you should take your mind away from that and start seeing the adults you are raising. Start seeing the adults you are raising, because your child, you are not just raising a child, you are raising a future adult. You are not just raising your child. You are not just raising your child, you are raising a future adult. So they will not remain children forever. Your child will not remain children forever. They are going to grow up and become adults. Okay? And you want them to be, when they grow up, you want them to be an empowered adult. You would want them to be empowered in their adulthood. They should be empowered people. That is what we desire, and that we should be able to, if we really desire that, we should be able to do this work, do this emotional empowerment. Empower yourself. Yes, empower yourself. Build your emotional intelligence by joining the Steward tribe. That is what we do in the Steward tribe. We teach you how to empower yourself so that you can make your child stronger, make yourself stronger, so that you can pay it forward by, you can make your child stronger. Okay, so now I have few reflections for us. Ask yourself, where am I over controlling? Where am I over helping? Where am I under trusting? So many of us, we all than just say ask now is where we are struggling with. But when we pause, we'll be able to think about it and adjust. Okay, so our classes here is not to bash us or to condemn us. No, it's to show us. It's just to make us aware so that we can do the right thing and join the Steward Tribers. Our cohort is about to start in April 1st. Okay, you register before or on April 1st. You register before or on April 1st. Reach out to us. We are onboarding parents already. We have started onboarding parents. So reach out to us. Reach out to us. We are onboarding parents in this Steward tribe. Okay, that is where the transformation, that all these things we are talking about cannot happen if you are not transformed. If your mindset about parenting is not transformed, you will still be yelling. Yes, doing all of those stuff because you have not transformed yourself. Parenting is first of all leading yourself. Ability to lead yourself, that is what parenting is about. Ability to lead yourself, that is where parenting is. Okay, so you ask yourself, where am I over controlling? Where am I over helping? Many of us are over helping. We don't know what is happening there. We have, before you know, you're outside. What happened? What happened? Who is the person? Hey, what? You're always over helping. You're always over indulging your children. You're not giving them space for natural consequences to happen so that they can learn. Okay, so now okay, thank you all for being here again. So what is the one area that you can involve your child more this week? What is the one area that you can involve your child more this week? I need us to put in the comment section. What is the one area you can involve your child more this week? What is the one area you can involve your child more this week? What is the one area you can involve your child more this week? Okay. So parents, empowerment is not permissiveness. Empowerment is not permissiveness. So that you chose to empower your child does not mean you are permissive. Empowerment is not permissiveness. Permissive parenting is like, okay, let them just go wherever they want to go. Let them just do whatever they want to do. That is permissiveness. And that is not what we are talking about on this platform. Here we are talking about being conscious of what you do as a parent, being intentional about your parenting. That is what we talk about in the Steward tribe. That is what we talk about in equitable parenting. Okay, it's about being conscious of what you do as a parent, of who you are, of what you are doing, of the child in front of you, of who they are, of who they are becoming. Yes, it's up to you to be involved. Okay, so empowerment is not permissiveness, it is preparation. How are you preparing that child in front of you? How are you preparing that child in front of you? It is saying, I trust you enough to grow. Empowerment is saying, I trust you enough to grow. If this conversation stress you, good. Growth always does. Okay? If this conversation stress you, growth always stretches us. When we are growing, we are always stretched. Okay? And if you want structured guidance on raising emotionally strong children, if you want structured guidance on raising emotionally strong children, teaching responsibility about fear. I remember I was telling one parent, I told her to come and sign for Steward Tribe, and she was like, she would use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is just a tool. It's just a tool, okay? It's not the mindset that it will not give you the mindset you need. It will not give you the transformation you need, okay? Transformation is about interaction. Transformation is about conversation. It's about community, okay? So stay and join the Steward Tribers, okay? Join the Steward Tribers platform. So when you join, you'll be able to raise emotionally strong children, teach responsibility without fear. You not be scared. Oh, my child is just sick, so I cannot send them outside. Though they are lions out there. You will not be scared. You will not be scared to allow your child, your 6-year-old, sweep. You will not be scared to allow your 5-year-old to wash plates. You will not be scared to allow your 4-year-old do chores around the house. You will not be scared because your mind, you have been empowered to do these things. Okay, so leading your home with clarity and wisdom. That is all you get when you join the Steward Tribe. You'll be able to lead your home with clarity and wisdom, building connection without losing authority. Building connection without losing authority. Many of us don't want to connect with our children because we feel that I will lose my position as a parent, and this one will happen. That means I will become a permissive parent. No, when you connect with your children, you will not lose your authority. Instead, your authority will be upheld. It will become stronger. Okay, so I invite you to join the Steward Tribe. We are starting on the 1st of April. So make your payment before or on April 1st. and join and send us a message. Okay, make your payment and send us a message. We are starting on the 1st of April. I want everyone that joining here to be able to experience this transformation. Okay, to be able to experience this parenting transformation. Parenting is about you leading yourself first. It's about your transformation, not your child. Stop hitting your child. The problem is not your child. The problem is not your child. The problem is about you, the parent. The problem is about you, the parent. So stop hitting your child, stop yelling, stop the knocking. Come and learn parenting, okay? Come and be able to lead yourself. Come and be able to hold yourself accountable, because we have systems, we have structures that will do this for you. Inside the tribe, you grow as parents so our children can grow stronger. Inside the tribe, we grow as parents so our children can grow stronger, because empowered children do not happen by accident. Empowered children do not happen by accident. They don't happen by the knocking, by the slapping, by the. That's not how you raise empowered children. You don't raise empowered children by knocking, by slapping. Okay? You don't raise empowered children that way. By giving them, by putting them on the screen all day, so long as there's light, let the television just be on. They're always on the screen. That is not how you raise empowered children. Okay? That is not how you raise empowered children by accident. They are raised intentionally. They are raised with schedules, with structures. Okay, so join us today at the Stewart Tribe community. Join us. The program is about to start. Thank you for showing up today. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Your presence today is already empowerment in motion. Thank you for being here. I see you all. Thank you so much. Like this video. Subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. If you are new here, welcome. I see you all. Subscribe to the channel. Join us in our growth journey. We are growing very, very fast. In just a moment, we will be out there. Okay, the Equitable Parent Hub will be everything that you dream about, a thriving community. So join us in our growth journey. Thank you all for being here. See you same time again next week, Wednesday. Bye bye.